What you have to get from this example is not what I have to do with my hand, but the type of interaction between two people that only they can understand. Not everyone knows it, either one of them or both of them. Sometimes the opponent is too late to get it. As it is a training session, you have to help each other. I help him, and he helps me by his attitude to this work, this contact. It is mutual. He gets the information as he knows what I do. He's seen it before. He knows that I'm going to put him on the floor, win over him, though intentionally from the side. He analyzes what happens. He works for me as I work for him. Simultaneously, we work for ourselves. Our minds are intertwined in a way. We learn together. Sometimes I receive a hit, but I use the contradiction method. I use the information he gives me to meet his next attack. I understand his pattern, though I don't act for him. I and he and I, and we together. It's Santa Barbara. Anyway, you try to analyze both sides of the action. What he feels and thinks when he does this. What do I do? The switching of roles works too. There are people who think that boxing a guy is enough, that strength is decisive. Avoid, hit. They miss the salt of it. You won, okay, but it's nothing. Yes, you did, but how? What did you use? Oh, nothing. What are those efforts and visualizations for? The only thing you should be careful about is not to be carried away by illusions. Some people get carried away and lost in an illusion. It's quite dangerous. It really does happen. I saw it. They start doing something, but wrongly. They try again, and it's wrong. They do it the same way as others, but see it differently. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast. But you can't really see everything at a fast motion. Look how I avoid his attack. Assess the points I should use and push him to the floor with my leg. To understand the pattern of actions, you have to do it in slow motion to build vectors and this stuff. He knows it too. Together you try not to injure each other. Look, I take the stick from him and hit him. When you're not prepared, you can hit him in the eye or hit yourself by the stick. That's why those moments have to be correctly estimated. I meet his attack, hit the stick away. I estimate and prepare a trajectory for my arm. Now I rotate him and start sitting down, pulling him down. That was a convenient maneuver, but not the main one. I meet the attack and I need his arm to pull him down suddenly, rotationally. Look, that's the paradox we've discussed, not the whole, the part of it. Neck bones can be injured as he doesn't really expect this kind of an attack. His head jerks because of the law of inertia. Do you know it? For example, a car pulling away. If it wasn't for that headrest, you could break your neck, really. That's why you need them. That's the same principle. You pull the arm, the head jerks backwards. You get the experience on smooth and thorough movements. No abrupt snatching and jerking. We test everything. Don't hurry. You have to practice this with 2 sticks. When he's hitting, I try to feel my feet, breath, everything, his movement. This time, it is not about reciprocal influences of masses. Now you use your mass to meet his attack. Okay, now do it again. He attacks me, and I meet him like this. That was an example of meeting a vertical hit with 2 sides of your arm. This and that. You have to choose the way. He attacks me. I have two arms. Which of them to use? Let's slide to the left or to the right. There it goes. It is not rigid. It is quite flexible. Now decide where it will go under the exertion. Getting free might be different, using flexibility of the hands too. There I meet the attack and let the stick slide the way. I made him go that way, corrected his trajectory, and pushed him from there, from the opposite side. That is the base of the skull, a serious thing. The neck is another thing, but hitting the base of the skull, you can enter the cerebellum. Twisting your body like that, you can hit him from here and here. To develop the ability of hitting indirectly, not only face to face, but from the side too. You have to understand a freedom of movement. We trained it on the bench and using the sticks right before. He had a small useful load, and under it we twisted arms, legs, hips, the diaphragm, the chest, and trained breathing. He attacks me again. I meet him with my thumb. Mind that it is not the whole hand that meets his attack, but a part around here and the thumb. It's not that important, but I need to mentally build a trajectory in my mind. To build it up, mentally follow it and see everything in my mind. Only then I start moving, acting. He attacks. Only then I start moving, acting. He attacks. I meet the attack and he is falling. I'm already there. I feel the vector of his movement, the speed, the force, the pressure and everything else. He attacks and I think in what way the trajectory is built. Do not forget to avoid creating illusions. It seems that everything is alright, but in the end it all comes down to the illusions. As your vision changes, all these maneuvers are useless. Do not forget that these maneuvers grant you the ability to be mobile and not to lose a goal. Not a goal, but the goal you pursue. You'll never reach it. It will go further and further. As you get more experience, you get more interested. He attacks and I made him drop the stick. Grab the stick. What can I do about his hand? I can shift it or push it to hit his nape. What I did. Why not maneuver? You can plan all you want, but the physical force is decisive. So there it goes. Ho! No, I built the next movement over this one. The first one was more plausible than others. As soon as the first step was made, you can develop anything at all. You're to decide. He attacks me and I meet him. Ho! He is down. You have to balance between an illusion and reality. Some newbies come and say, "That's not real, it's not so." Let it be, let it be. But they can't do what you can. They're just not able. They can't win with an épée or dueling sword against a stick, but you can. Because you understand that an épée, where is it? An épée is not a weapon that you can use rigidly. An épée is a stabbing weapon. You can also use it as a flogging as a whip, but it's mostly a stabbing weapon. You shouldn't use an épée to rigidly block an attack. It is quite long. You can divide it into 3 parts: weak, middle and strong. The strong part is closest to the handle. We let the stick slide to the strong part and then counter-attack. I can stab him here and there. You can take it. He attacks again. What's my objective? I let him in here, and that's it. Nothing else. Just a tiny change of trajectory. That's it, really. You can prevent his attack. This weapon is weak, but quite useful at times. It is light and easy to maneuver. I can't, though, pull his stick up with it, as the upper tip of it is the weak part. However, if you can outpace him, that's how it turns out. You can use it as a rope. It is flexible and thin. It can fit anywhere. He attacks and I meet him. Ho! I can hit him like this, or on the arms, or anywhere. Same applies to the hands. They encompass both the abilities of an épée and a stick. I'm attentive to them. I try to see where to apply them. The reason why we teach you all these maneuvers with sticks together is also to get the beauty of the movement. Do not forget to avoid illusions. Otherwise, it is hard to get back. The partner working together with you is not aggressive. You're not afraid of him. That's for the sake of your mind to be open, to get rid of the rigidness, for you not to jump around. On the contrary, he attacks you and you meet him. Ho! That's it. I made him open to meet him. Don't scare him off or scare him away so that he won't run away or act unexpectedly. He believes you to be a nice prey. He reaches you and attacks you and you meet him. Only then he understands that he is the one who is prey.